Chaos. Blur.
Alright, hallo alle und willkommen in meinem Stream. Heute haben wir einen besonderen Gast. Please welcome Bexy to the stage. Well, not stage, but streaming place thing. Anyway, how we all doing? I got poinsettias behind my bed. I don't know what you want out of me. I got Mario Kart 8 on deck right now, and looking at some online play. I actually just remembered that I just remembered that I forgot how to do this. As far as like finding somebody else, so maybe it's this big button that says friends. Hey, how we all doing today? All one of you. I actually told a couple other people, but I don't think they're going to show up. Yeah, blonde looks good on you, Bex. Didn't realize we had played that many times. 97 to 56, what is that, like? It's a lot of times. I can't math right now. It's like 153 times. We played this game 153 times. Oh, okay. I don't remember me ever being blonde. I remember the bright blue hair. How do I actually make a match here? Or do I? Oh, maybe it's the giant thing that says create room. Calculates a lot. Wait. There's no one in this room. How do I, like, put people in the room? Maybe you have to join the room the same way I tried to join a room that didn't exist. Sorry, I'm tired. I, just got back from work. Well, it's not like the race is going to start with nobody there. Oh, there we go. Have no fear, for I am here. It really is Toaster Cartridge. What's up, Toaster? You remember Bex? She is now live in the stream and in the game. Actually, I think you have the game too, don't you, Toaster? Wir laufen die Wette. I think. I don't know. Wir rennen. Wir Autofahren. Das sind nicht genau so Autos. I did. I'm like, who has to hit the button there? All right, what are we doing? 150 cc's? I don't even know. No teams. I guess normal items. Computer. Do you want computer on or not? I don't know. I thought for some reason we both had to agree on something, and for some reason I didn't like do any of this yet. We'll do easy computer so we can feel good about ourselves. How many races are we doing? Eine Million? Eine Milliarden? Yeah, they're different numbers apparently. I didn't know that for a while. We're not gonna do. What do you? Oh, you can do up to 48. Actually, I'm surprised it's even that high. I swear you really could. I couldn't even see what you said, Bex, because you're like underneath the blurry menu. I'll give my best. 4 races it is. I don't know if there was an option to pick like the courses. I guess we just pick. I feel like a grandpa right now. How do you play this conflabbing thing? Ah, screw it. We all know where we want to go. I'm not used to anything. I'm barely used to this. It's been a while. No, actually, I think it's been like a month since I played this. So we both picked the same damn course. Hit him with the drift. Have you ever... I mean, I know you've seen Bex in other streams before. I don't think you've seen us play each other, like, live. Sie kommt aus Deutschland. Das wird interessant sein. Interessant is actually a French word as well as a German word. Well, I just mean like she's been in my streams. She hasn't streamed in a while. Well, we both picked the same character? This is like one of the few online games her and I can play because she's got a much better computer than I do and much better everything game-wise. And we don't really have a lot of games in common to begin with. This had been one of the few. And, you know, we're able to play it now because she's not a big Nintendo fan. I mean, not a Nintendo hater, but not a big Nintendo fan. But she doesn't have the online service. She got it for like a month, so we were going to just try this out. But I digress. You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help because strange, isn't it? She's not going to get that reference, but I do. I don't know if that makes me any better or worse, but I get it. Where's Rem today? Rem Hearts. Oh, that's a blooper. F you, blooper. When in doubt, always carry a green shell with you. Oh god, I can't see. Okay, now I can see. Oh no. I hope you're okay. I know you actually already had COVID once. I mean, I would say you can't get it again, but we don't really know much about it still. Plus, you're vaccinated, but again, that doesn't always help. Ooh, Bex sneaking in there. Oh boy. Should make the computers more difficult. Kind of give us both a challenge. Well, at least now if I lose to her, it'll just be like fair and square 1v1 type of stuff. Oh, okay, so you were negative. That's good at least, although I'm sorry you're having a headache. Ah, unless I hit her with this bomb, which is like damn near impossible, she won. Yep, she won. Well played. Well played. Very well played. That was well played. Not gonna lie. Still finished second. That's not bad. No, no luck. Nah, I'm not doing Rainbow Road. Oh, crap, she picked Rainbow Road from the Super Nintendo. Which is like my least favorite one. And of course, it got picked. I picked... I don't know why I'm laughing at that. Damn it, Toaster, you made somebody unintentionally pick it. Because you got in our heads. Ay, ay, ay. Es ist ein Regenbogenstraße. I think that's how you would say that. I really don't know. I only see the word German addressed as the word street. Straße. That's a shell. I'm usually prepared for those. This time I was not. Hey, who put that on the road? And speaking of Rainbow Road, don't miss Retro Request Party episode 41, coming next Wednesday at 2 p.m. If you're wondering what that has to do with anything, it doesn't. That's the joke, is that I just randomly plug it about nothing. Why did I throw the second one? I did not mean to throw the second one. That was stupid. At least I had... Always use protection, kids. Ow. See, she was smart and saved her second one. I just kind of threw them both like an idiot. Trigger happy on those shells. Yeah, it's literally the reason I lost last time, because I was in first place for most of it, and then that blue shell slowed me down enough for Bex to get a lead, which she did not give up. We'll see if the same thing happens to her right now. Ah, or maybe that'll just happen. Not sure how to feel about that. I mean, obviously neither of us threw it, but still I feel kind of like screwed there. Not gonna lie, I kind of got a little lucky there bumping into the lead. That was a bit of a last minute one. I'm really not sure how I pulled that out. A lot of crazy stuff happens on Rainbow Road. I just happened to drift enough around you on the last turn. I do hate that big rock thing. I also just hate Rainbow Road. Especially when it's flat. Then it really kills the charm of it. At least if it's an actual rainbow, it's like kind of cool. It's just a flat road with colors on it. I feel like most of these are going to be close races anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. You're still a worthy adversary, otherwise I wouldn't keep racing you. Plus, I'm bored. So I wanted to do something fun. So here we are. Regenbogen Boulevard? Oh, there's a boulevard? Like in German. Well, boulevard's kind of like a French word, like French in origin. Boulevard. That was more Italian than what I just said. I don't know. So, Toaster, are you hanging out with us all tomorrow night with Rem and other people? I never know if I'm allowed to say anybody's name on stream. Like, I just kind of like, I say like, oh, with this one and that one and the other one. Like, I don't even like say their names. I'm like, oh, are you hanging out with fictional character and I? Even though, like, everyone knows my name, and obviously I know your names, but I just don't want to spoil it for the other people who probably know your names anyway. Just because I have no regard for my privacy doesn't mean I'm not going to respect other people's privacy. I got pretty much everything but my address online. Oh, nice. You had something ready. Taught her well. As if I'm not exactly some shining example to look forward to, or to look up to. Generally, I'm trash at this game when I stream it. There's always got to be something. It's not a lightning bolt, it's something else. Hey, maybe we'll get raided again. That was kind of fun. what game I actually kind of missed is just because we saw it at the retro convention, Mario Kart for Wii. Like that actually had some pretty good courses on it. Obviously they don't have a lot of them in this game. They only have like 3 or 4, but like that game actually I thought had some unique courses. Obviously I really liked the mall one, Coconut Mall. But like there were some other good ones. The factory one was pretty good. There was like kind of one with bouncy mushroom mountains, which actually might be in this one. But in fact, I think this game might have originally been a Wii course, although maybe not. Maybe this was an original one. My point being, Mario Kart Wii was actually pretty decent. I used to play it all the time. And of course, as always, when the new one comes out, you just kind of forget about the old one. But now that I've had some time to think about it, I'm like, Mario Kart Wii was actually pretty good. I don't remember how the game played. Yeah, this does seem to be the best handling Mario Kart I've played. I know. For those of us who play Forza, not to point anyone out, but for those of us who play Forza, a realistic racing game, it handles like crap, I'm sure. But to me, this is pretty much the best Mario Kart has felt, going back to like every game. Like I can't go back to like Mario Kart 64 or any of those. That's my weakness. Like I go back to those older ones, and I'm like, wow, this plays like garbage. How was I ever good at any of these? Because I've always been good at every Mario Kart. Well, not good, but decent. I've been decent at them when they first come out because I'm used to the controls, and then after a few years, I lose that muscle memory. It's all right. It's all right, Bex, because I think we've both... Well, I finished first in the first one. We've traded first places, so if you get first in the last one, I think it'll be like a tie or something, unless I fall to below second. Which, you know, we haven't really seen the computers do anything. Tippy Toppy? Just been like trash talked, and I don't even know how. Tippy Toppy. That's not even German. That's just like a meme or something. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's German. I don't know. Maybe it means like screw you. There's a word that I heard in German that I'm pretty sure doesn't mean what Google told me it means, which is like it's not scheisslich. It's like choicelik. But I could swear they said it meant terrible, and I'm like, I think it means shitty. I think choicelik means shitty. But I could be wrong. I'm most likely wrong. But I know Google doesn't translate swears. It's like, oh, you didn't say that. You said bad. I'm like, no, I didn't say bad. Ooh, Baby Park. Anything can and will happen. Even the incompetent computers could win this one because you just get spammed with items. That's the only thing you do on this course. Get spammed with items and go around in a NASCAR-style, not even circle, oval thing. Wow, the computer really is bad. I've passed them like twice already. You don't really notice it until you're, on this course where it's so small. I think I should have done normal computers. Make it a little more interesting, but you know what? I don't know. It is what it is. Ow. Es ist wirklich so. Oh, god damn it. Can't even tell. See, that's the one thing that is confusing, is because all the computers are so far behind, I'm like going past people, and obviously my place isn't getting any better, but that's because they're all like lap 2 or something. So I'm like, why are there so many cars in my way, even though I'm ahead? I'm like, that's right, this course is like 10 feet long. Niemand hinter mir hat einen Stern. Come on now. Thank you. Come again. Oh. Gutes Spiel. They're like 12 billion red shells, maybe more. Well, that is the risk you run when you play that course. I mean, when anyone plays that course. Go ahead and bump them up to... Scheisslich is terrible? Okay, for some reason it looked like the word scheiss, but with lick after it, which would be shitty. Okay, I didn't know. Like, it's spelled almost the same. Just with a U, but... What do I know? Also, here's a random one. What is... actually, I'll just ask it this way. What is the word for dragon? Isn't it Draka? Okay, what is the word for a kite then? Like a kite that you fly. I actually do like Ribbon Road now that I think about it. Right, okay, so it's not just me. I saw that word for kite, and I'm like, wait a second. I could swear I saw that word before. And I'm like, dragon and kite are the same word? Because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it can't be dragon. Maybe dragon something else, or maybe kite something else. Like, I can't be remembering that wrong. I mean, I can, but I'm like, why would they both, unless they're one's da and one's D or something. I don't remember that, but pretty sure they're both da. Been there, done that, but still, I'm like, what? I mean, I know some words have more than one meaning, like decha or da or whatever, but like draka? Draka can be either? What if I want to fly a dragon? Or slay a kite? Like, what the F? Oh, that was really weird. I had a red shell behind me, and it hit one of those ice things, and it just kind of disappeared. Like, it hit the ice thing, and yeah, basically I just wasted it. Oh yeah, the computers are on normal now, so they'll be slightly more frisky. But they still aren't even close to being ahead of me. I'm also ahead now, but yeah. Also notice I almost never roll my R's in German. It's not because I don't want to. No, actually, it is a combination of I don't want to do it so much that it's like offensive, and also I don't know when you do it. Like I don't know if you do it on every word. Like I don't know if it's like Draka or if it's just like Draka. Like I don't want to be like that person. Like ein, zwei, drei. Like no, I don't want to be that person. Dreizehn. You get the point. And a lot of things involving dry. My mouth is dry. Oh god. Almost hit a, what do you call it, shy guy. They're not so shy though, they're always going right after me. Nothing shy about that. Ah, damn it. Bex has this one. I don't know where she is, but far enough ahead that she's probably easily won by now. Now I gotta fend off the computers, which are also nowhere near me, but yeah, good job, Bex. I don't know how far ahead you were, but far enough that I just now finished. Well played. That thing almost looked, oh, it's an elephant. It looked like there's like this gray robot from the original Sonic cartoon that kind of reminded me of. I'm like, you wouldn't have an emote of that. I'm like, no, but you would have an emote of an elephant. Or rata is what it comes up if I scroll over it. It's a rat. That's a rat? I guess. I'm seeing like its snout kind of looks like a trunk. Like, also, like there's not much detail on emojis, so I don't know. That makes sense now that you said it. So you mean to tell me, in the words of our friend you don't know, John Carter, you mean to tell me that Draka can mean dragon or kite? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You heard it here first, folks. The word for dragon and kite is the same word. How does that make any sense? Did somebody see like a kite in the air like many, many years ago when kites were just a thing and they didn't know what they were yet? But like they knew what dragons were and they were like, oh, it's a dragon in the air. Oh, no, my bad. It's just a kite. Well, should we make a different word for that? Nah, we'll just still call it a dragon. I don't want to say I was wrong. I feel like there's some story like that or some legend. And they found it like so charming. They're like, oh, let's just never make a word for it. Let's just make it dragon for everything. Or maybe it was the other way around and they thought a dragon was a kite. I have no idea in what world that makes any sense. Although I'm sure at some point now I'll hear about, well, in English, you know, you call this a this and this and that. And I'll be like, damn it. I hate calling a this and this. I have no idea why I thought I could go through that thing. I really screwed that up. And that's one thing when there's only 2 competent human players, and yes, I'm calling myself a competent human in this scenario. When there are only 2 competent human players and a bunch of computers, if you fall behind the human player, which in this case is Bex, you generally don't get back into the race, or vice versa. Like, it's kind of just very, I don't want to say non-competitive, but it's kind of like, you know, basically if I don't mess up, like, or if she doesn't mess up a lot, it's going to be like a close race, but then it's not, because, what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm still trying to get over the fact that Dad Draka is both. What the hell happened to Bex? She just, like, phased out of the race. Like, I know you can fall off the course, but I didn't even see, like a place to fall off there. Oh, God, this is the second time a Boo has stolen my item. That usually happens maybe, like, once every few races. It's happened twice in the last 2. But I digress. Of course, the predictable freaking blue shell. That's why I just, like, you know, basically wasted my items while I had the chance. And speaking of wasting your items, have I got a waste of time for you? That's your request party, episode 41. Debuting next Wednesday at 2 p.m. The day before Thanksgiving. Make your Thanksgiving bright. A special heaping helping of retro request, a very special edition episode for a very special occasion. Ooh, I got the win, but I don't know what happened there. I feel like Bex, like, glitched off the track or something. I don't know. Maybe it was just from my point of view because I didn't, like, really see it that well. Oh, Bex was 4th. Ew. I do hate getting hit by so much stuff. All right, you know what? I'll actually do your stream. But I was wondering that only because my, like, preview is kind of like skippy, but sometimes my preview does not indicate what people see. I know that sounds weird, but no weirder than dragon and kite being the same goddamn word. Although it's been reading 30 frames per second like the whole time, which is what it's supposed to be. Usually if it's lagging, it'll say like 15 frames a second or something like that. Not that I don't believe you. I also, unfortunately, really have no way to fix it. Like, it's one of those things where I just have to write it out. I've actually had some streams where, like, it borderline disconnects and then it comes right back, but there's, like, no reason to it, and there's no way for me to fix it, even, like, during the stream. Like, I can't just give my computer some medicine and be like, here, be better. Like, my computer's like, you know what, I'm not going to try today, and that's, for some reason, your fault. Ah, ice outpost. Ice outpost. Maybe it's better that there's buffers. That means you missed my whole rant on Draka. And all the other crap. Wow, oh, okay, I thought I threw that, like, off the track. I threw it on another track. At least that banana peel can, you know, wreak some torment on somebody else. At least it's not completely wasted. It felt wasted. Ooh, hoping I can land that. Oh no, looks like he evaded it. Yeah, I'm seeing it on my preview monitor that it's like kind of skipping, but again, I can't really do anything about it. Like, there's not even, oh god damn. It's not like any restart button or anything. Like, I've tried it all. I mean, it's not as bad as it used to be. I used to have some streams that would just be, like, unwatchable, as you remember. The pixel mush, as it were, where it was like, well, the resolution on those weren't great to begin with. At least I'm up to a robust 648p now in my later streams. I'm almost up to semi-acceptable HD standards. Nothing fantastic there, but I just happen to drop. That's the one thing I like about these courses these courses with, like, the double roads where they're kind of like tangled with each other. You get to do kind of weird stuff like that. Like, you can just drop in on somebody from, like, the side. Yeah, it's really bad. I'm seeing stuff happen on my stream monitor like a minute after, not a minute, but at least 10 seconds after it happens on my TV screen, which I know there's usually like a second or two lag between the two, but that's pretty bad. It really do be, but I believe you. Again, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm not even showing any drop frames, which again, I know could just be the software not telling me correctly what's going on, but either way, it's not something I can really fix. It's just kind of something I have to hope gets better. My bitrate's actually not bad. It's a little over 2,000, which is about where it usually is. If it goes below 2,000, that's where I start to see issues. Like if it's at 1,700 or 1,300, really anything that ends in 100 that isn't 2,000. We start to have some issues. Oh, that's a blue. Oh, you son of a biznitch. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I saw it coming. Much like my internet going out, there was nothing I could do about it, but I saw it coming and I'm like, just stay a little bit longer away. You know, when it does its little spinny thing, I'm like, make that take like another 10 seconds so that I can get out of that. Nope. That did not happen. What's weird too is my CPU is not even like clocking out. Like my CPU sometimes runs hot. It's only at like 50%, which is pretty good for streaming. Like, I honestly thought it was going to be, like, sometimes if my CPU is at, like, 80 or above, that's when I get a lot of issues, obviously. But right now, I'm in the green. I'm at 56%. I do apologize to Toaster, because I know Bex can just watch the game, but for anybody watching the stream that can't watch it any other way, I apologize, because I know it's kind of a mess, and it's hard to watch if it even plays. And hopefully that doesn't happen on the aforementioned Retro Request Party episode 41, but I actually have had that happen during a Retro Request. It happened for like maybe a good 20 minutes too, where I just had to go with it and just kind of ride it out, but it's really annoying too. Although at least in the past when it's happened, I've had the warning on the bottom, like drop frames or, you know, computer performance too high, like at least it'll tell me or I'll know it's coming. But in this case, I see it happening, but it's not, plus you both confirmed it, but I see it happening, but there's no indication of it. Plus, OBS doesn't give you any way to correct it. It's not like it says, oh, you have a drop frame, try this. It's like, nope, you're just screwed, but just thought you might want to know. Like that's generally its degree of IT. It's just, here's, you know, what might be wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it, so just don't even try. You know, your stream, which is literally based on video and frames, is not working well because you don't have enough frames, but we're not going to tell you anything else. We're just going to say you're... I couldn't figure that out. Dang it. I'm just going to stand here. I'm literally just... Oh, did Bex just do what I thought she did? Did she, like, slow down and, like, kind of taunt me as she went around the corner? I don't even know if you can do that in Mario Kart. But it felt like she, like, took a little extra time going around the edge there. Like, oh, look at the poor baby. That made me sad. Makes it even sadder that nobody will really see it because it probably got glitched out by the buffering. I'll know what happened. Bex will know what happened. He definitely melted on that celebration. But hey, you know, she's entitled. As we are. That was weird. Michelle just decided to, like, kind of cruise backwards there. Well, Bex, either way, welcome back to online play on Nintendo Switch. Your favorite, I know. You're not doing bad at all, because you thought you were going to be, you know, too into Forza to be able to play something the likes of Mario Kart. And yeah, I'm sure there are different skills, but at the same time, you know, get it done. Oh, here we go. Have fun with that one. Basically, whoever gets hit by the most blue shells loses. Heyo. Pretty much had to hope she didn't have double shells. Because when I blocked the first one, I'm like, if she has a second one, I'm screwed. I can only block one. And thankfully, she only had the one. Because otherwise, I'd be like, oh, God. That damn blue shell literally determines, like, every match. Whoever gets hit by that, usually... Well, I got hit by one, too, but you know what I'm saying. I had that horn thing that could destroy the Oh, that's right. That's one of two items that can actually counter that. I think the other one is the mushroom, but you have to time it really well. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Tell you what is good though, is that I'm gonna go ahead and up the ante here. Gonna have hard computers. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna really matter, but appreciate you playing with me tonight. Appreciate anyone who's watching who can stand the frame rate. Oh, now it tells me I dropped a frame after how long? At least we finally got to go to Ribbon Road, which is like the better Rainbow Road. Oh, let's go to the city. Tick-tock clock. Well, much like a finely wound clock. I don't know. I was trying to go for like a clock metaphor there, and I just completely missed the mark. Clearly. Has this ever happened to you? You're racing and a lightning bolt ruins everything? Well, no more with Lightning Be Gone from Bowser Corp. Ah. Ow. How did that still hit me? I like went around the pole purposely so that shell wouldn't hit me. Ow, again. I hit the horn thing and just kind of wasted it. Damn, I'm getting my butt kicked here. This is a day in the life of Jimmy Neutron. Speaking of Jimmy Neutron, oh, I can't even finish that sentence. It's too stupid. Retro 41 will be coming this Wednesday too. Damn it. God damn it. Ah. Actually, I might have survived that because I think... Oh, no, I didn't. There's a lot of BS that happens in this game. Ah, that was weird. Yeah. CPU's good, I gotta admit. I mean, I kind of needed a challenge, but... Yeah, no, they were all giving me a beating. I give you kudos for getting up to second. I couldn't even... I barely got up to fourth at the end. Let's see, where haven't we gone that I usually want to go? No. Where is it? I like the N64 Rainbow Road. Ooh, going a little more old school, Mario Kart Stadium. A little bit of a starter course, so to speak. Not that it's an easy one necessarily. And to Mario Kart Stadium we go. Away. To a grand getaway of your choosing. pretty much just figured out that the green shells are basically just battering rams. It's just like, just drive really close to somebody with them and just kind of basically try to bump into them, because that's really their best use. Unlike the red ones, you can obviously just throw them and they aim themselves. But the green ones, you're like, what am I supposed to do with these? I'm not that good. I'm not, but anyone could just bump into somebody. Be a fun use of time, right? Ah, gotta be one of those. I was doing too well for too long. I knew that wasn't gonna hold up. Why would that ever hold up? It's actually rare that I get one of those off. Oh, here we go. Here comes the barrage of crap. I was like, where's my barrage of crap? Peter's like, here it comes. Sign here. Ooh, that was close. Come on. Woo! That was not easy at all. Felt like it might be not easy, but it felt like it might be, not as hard in like the middle of the first lap, and then that last lap it just like walloped me at the end. Ah, 9. Oh, 9. Say it ain't so. Oh yeah, the airport. Das Flughafen. Ich habe das vergessen. That too. Oh, it is. Yeah, it really is. I mean, obviously you would know. Hey, what's up, Rem? Welcome to the stream. We got myself, of course. We got Bex, literally racing against me here. Toaster was here earlier, also watching the stream, but then he kind of took off for a little bit. By a little bit, I mean pretty much the entire stream until like 20 minutes ago. So I just realized it's almost 5 o'clock. He's probably just got out of work. Probably, or that. See, he really is. Right. How you doing, Rem? For watching today. And I can't see because I have squid oil all over my dashboard. Must be Mario Kart. Making, oh nice. Looks like a fulfilling activity. A lot of fun to be had, I'm sure. I've literally got 4 red shells right now. 3 surrounding me, and then another one just in case those 3 fail. I didn't mean to do either of those. I forgot the button to look back. Whoops. That sucks. Oh, that's really funny, actually. My backup item is now 3 red shells, so should I need it. And there goes Beck's favorite item. It's the blue one. Whew, I had to, like, pretty much get super lucky to, like, get ahead of the computer at the end there. Oh, nice. I was wondering, I'm like, man, how far ahead is Bex? I didn't even see the blue shell. Like, I just saw it go by me, but I never saw it hit anybody. All right. Really close race overall, like, especially in terms of the final score right now. It's 37 to 36. I'm not even in first place. Or maybe I am. I didn't really look. I do enjoy Excite Bike. Makes me wish I picked it. Ew. Well, now I don't have to because it got picked anyway. All right, good job, Bex. I knew you could do it. Doesn't it feel satisfying to destroy the blue one after how many races of DS before that? That's the joy of Mario Kart, is that, you know, yeah, it throws a bunch of garbage at you, and you usually can't do anything about it, but every now and then you can. If that sounds like a weird principle to get excited about, that's because it is, but you see my point with that. Oh, crap. Yeah. Yep. That was very convincing. Good shot with the shell. Good shell with the shot. Good shot with the shed. What am I doing with my life? I got a little too deep for a moment there. Come on now. Play Mario Kart. Anything can and will happen. Why was that? God, I cannot see. Ooh. Ah. That one's really cheap. The freaking bullet pill. Almost get hit by another one. Of course, I never get any of those cheap ones when I'm far in the back. I don't get a lightning bolt or a freaking whatever. I think I've gotten maybe 2 lightning bolts the entire time I played this game. This is not going to end well. Ah, that sucks some ass. Well played, Bex. Oh yeah, you got it. You won the whole Grand Prix. Well done. You are the winner. Well played. All I got was this lousy bronze trophy. It ended up being close, but you really held your own there. 4 rats for Bex. Heyo. All right. Do you want to do another one, or it's up to you? Another round of 4, einmal. Do you want to do 200 cc's, or is that too many cc's? 200 cc's, for those of you who don't know, is wicked fast. Yeah, I'm ratty. Ayo. Alrighty. I was gonna say, I didn't know if you were making a reference there, or that it just that it meant you were actually ready. Play. No, too late. Nice try, though. If you liked später spielen via Spargo mode. I just said mode, I didn't even try. I don't know if there's going to be a next round. I mean, I wouldn't be against doing one, but I know that it's kind of late where Bex is, and I could really go either way, but... we're about to play this really challenging ice course on super fast mode. Spargle mode? Oh, crap, you're right, it's Spiegel. It's Spiegel. Der Spiegel, god damn it. Spiegel, Spargle. At least it's not the same word for dragon and kite. Yes, asparagus mode. You change one letter, you really change the whole thing, don't you? I was like, this doesn't seem that fast, and then all of a sudden it just like whizzed right by me. My frame rate at this point is probably like, I give up. Ah. I said it so confidently too. I'm like, oh, Spargle mode, I got this. I'm like, nah, not quite. And I do Spargle too. I know Spargle, I know Spiegel. What the heck? I started the turn and then unstarted it. Like it just, my card just like went straight again. And then it started to turn a little bit. It's like, I didn't know what to do. Ooh, this is a deadly combination, actually. Super fast and supercharged. I'm still nowhere near Bex, who I assume is in first place. I just made a lot of progress, too. This one's going to be challenging, for sure. Love how we played Batman Arkham. Well, I played Batman Arkham City last night, and pretty much nobody talked about the game other than Chad's for like a minute when he was talking about Mr. Freeze. It's like, all the conversation was just like, what are you having for dinner? Oh yeah, beefy macaroni. What the F? Okay, I guess that's gonna happen. Weird. All right. Again, I say, well played. Hey, with an angry face. Why hey with an angry face? Luck. Yeah. Luck giveth, it taketh away. I said the beef macaroni was good. It was just funny how, like, I could have been playing any game last night, and, like, the food conversation had, like, nothing to do with any. Like, I could have been playing freaking Halo, and we could have just been like, hey, beef macaroni. But it wasn't just you. Like, you know, I mean, I do enjoy beef macaroni. Toaster was just talking about kid cuisine nonstop, which, again, I could have been playing any game, and it would have had the same relevance. But I digress. Yeah, beef macaroni is pretty delicious. I mean, I do it. I'm just messing around, to be honest. Plus, I know some games, you know, you or Toaster or whoever aren't like as into, so you don't like know a lot of the stuff about it. In fact, even I don't know some of the Batman lore that like Chad was talking about. I mean, I know some of it, but he was getting pretty deep. I mean, obviously, you can make some now. We're playing Mario Kart, which is a very silly game. A bunch of Mario characters racing around in these carts that are usually too small for them, especially in Bowser's case. Remember the old games? You have like giant-ass Bowser sitting in like this cart that's like a tricycle compared to him. It's like, how's he even staying on that thing, let alone racing it? Yeah, same here. Plus, the lore is, like, different for, like, every game or comic or whatever. Like, I didn't even understand that whole thing with, like, Zaz and the phone calls and how you had to get to the phone or you tell them. I'm like, how does that even work? Like, someone picks up the phone and they die? Like, what am I doing? Like, trying to trace his phone call or whatever. It's very weird and arbitrary. I didn't even know that was the last lap. I just completely cruised through that into second place. Still, just cruised through that. Well, yeah, everybody loves Batman. Batman's like their most well-known character, even though it's supposed to be Superman. Like, Superman's supposed to be kind of the mascot of DC, the big, you know, the head honcho of the Justice League, all that crap. But, like, everybody just goes to Batman. Like, Batman is pretty much DC. Marvel should just acquire Batman and just, like, that would be, like, the greatest thing ever. Because then you'd have, like, all the cool superheroes and then, like, Batman. Like, all the Marvel heroes and Batman, like, in the same movie. Can you imagine the Avengers and Batman? Freaking, like, Iron Man with his gadgets, you know, talking crap, and, like, Batman's like, oh, that's not funny. I'm Batman, ah. That's how Batman talks. And then, like, Wonder Woman wouldn't be in it, but I'm not a fan. Yeah, Superman's just alright. Even his name isn't that creative. It's like he's a superhero. He's a man. He's Superman. Wow. Like, they really kind of phoned it in on that one. Who won? Hey, what's up, Randy? Bex has won the last two, who is my racing opponent for today. Live from Germany, by the way. It really is Randy. I remember when he showed up during the Batman stream, and then he said, I don't even think he said one thing other than, hey. But he said something. Then he was gone for like the last hour and a half. What an hour and a half it was. The story did end up getting pretty good. I think I left off in that game where we have to get out of the frozen police department that we're locked in. The Penguin locked us in there and captured Mr. Freeze. For reasons only I can guess. There's some kind of gang war going on and Batman's caught in the middle of it. It's all great drama. He's doing all right. I'll let him know you said hello. It's been a long week, man. And it's been a pretty good week, but it's been a long week. I've been working a lot of long days in a row, so this is nice to kind of get back to some sense of normality, playing Mario Kart online, all that stuff. Plus Christmas, which is just all kinds of fun, but I haven't gotten a lot of time to sit down and really enjoy it yet, but I'm still making progress. Like, I got the tree up, pretty far along on that. So, you know, as soon as I get a couple days off, which should be next week, hopefully. Also, Retro 41 is next Wednesday. No, I digress. Yeah, no, the holidays are coming up. I'll finally be able to really appreciate it next week, because next week is Thanksgiving week. You know, I am working a couple days, but I'm also off for a couple days, so I'm going to be able to kind of take that in for a bit. And, you know, I'll have Christmas Central pretty much done by that point. And then hopefully in early December I can reveal it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's hard to believe it's already almost back. Or as I would scream on Christmas Eve, it's back! Yep, Retro is the day before Thanksgiving, so tell your friends. I'm looking forward to making a great weekend out of it. Because I got the Retro, I'm working Black Friday, but I'm only working like 9 to 4. One of the few times I actually don't mind working retail. I know that sounds completely counterintuitive, but Christmas Central's awesome. You won't see it on here, because this is my Twitch channel, but it really is back. Of course, Rem referencing my awesome Christmas countdowns where I scream, it's back! It's back! Oh. Bex is schooling me right now. Where do I want to go? Yes, it's back. Ooh, Bex is determined to get that, what do you call it? Zelda circuit in. Oh, we are going to Rainbow Road. Oh, 200 is very fast. I do enjoy Santa. Santa Claus. I gotta give it to Bex, you know. I mean, things started pretty close. Then I kind of won a few in a row. She won a few in a row. But now, you know, she's won pretty much every race in this one. And barring something else, she's going to win this Grand Prix. She won the last one, too. So really, the last, like, 5 races, she's been top or close to the top in every one. So, giving it to me. Yeah, this is on Switch. This is technically a port of a Wii U game. This game has been around way too long, and I say that every single time I play it. People are like, when's Mario Kart 9 happening? And it's like, not even a hint of it. I saw like a really cool idea for a logo, too, of like the car going in like kind of a half donut shape to make the 9, but that wasn't official. That was a fan thing. But I don't know when or if we're getting a Mario Kart 9. I know the quick answer is a lot of people like to say, oh, well, this one has so much content, you don't need a 9. It's like, I still would like another one. You know, just because you make a big game doesn't mean I never want a new one ever again. So eventually the Switch is going to go out of date, and they can't keep porting this to every console they make. Maybe they can, they're Nintendo. Oh, yes. I was like, I thought I had the horn, too. I had the horn ready, because I thought that was going to come up, and I was going to have to use the horn to get, to beat the blue shell. But I didn't. I just barely beat the blue shell to the finish line. But I thought I was going to have to do the trick. Ooh, alrighty. Well, it doesn't matter. I still didn't win the, I didn't win the Grand Prix. Alright. Oh, crap. There's rats everywhere. What do you think, Bex? Should we give him one more game? Mirror mode, maybe? A smiley happy face, maybe? Mirror mode. Asparagus mode. Sometimes I have to type it just because I'm not sure if people hear me, only because my stream has been, like, shice lately. I don't know why you like mirror mode so much. It's actually probably my least favorite mode. I don't know why. It's just because maybe because I'm so used to the courses, just having them flip like that does kind of mess me up. No, Baby Park and Rainbow on mirror mode would be stupid. It would just be a backwards oval, which is an oval. This one will be interesting, though. Or, of course, that was my other guess, Bex. I was actually thinking about doing Mixed Bike. But that's another one that would be kind of similar, only because the course is just a bunch of stretched out, like, pathways. But this course has, like, a lot of hills and stuff, so this would be interesting. I've very rarely done mirror mode, so I don't think I've even, like, done this course. G4 TV is back. Wait, you were serious? The old gaming network? That's pretty cool. I say that now, but when we had it, I barely watched it. But then when it went away, I was like, oh, I missed this. Oh, crap, this is so much different. It actually kind of is. So it's not a matter of the difficulty, because the difficulty is about the same as 150cc, but it's the different course layout, and obviously memory is like everything when playing a game like this. Twitch. Oh, you're right, actually. I had seen the G4 Twitch channel. I thought, for some reason, when you said that, I thought it was going to have, like, a TV network. I don't even know what G4 does anymore, but I know they're still a thing. I don't know if they have Morgan Webb or Adam. The two that would review games. It's, like, the only thing I ever watched, if I ever watched anything on it. So that's, like, the first thing you want to do if you get, like, a game you like, or even if there's a game you're thinking about getting. You want them to, like, validate it. Like, oh, I hope they like this game I liked. Then I'd watch them. They'd be like, this game sucks. I'm like, you suck. I like the game. I almost messed that up big time. Using that curve going the other way. Dex actually has the advantage here in that she probably hasn't memorized these courses, so, like, this doesn't really make a difference. But I've, like, memorized the courses, and I'm like, this is very different for me. It's like it's been flipped on its head, which is exactly what's happening. For some reason, I thought mirror mode meant it started you, like, at the end of the race. That's why I thought it would be interesting, because you'd be going up the hill instead of down the hill in the beginning. But it's basically the same race, just flipped horizontally. Which is still something, but still an interesting premise. Notice Bex hasn't said she hates Mario Kart since she started winning all the time. But seriously, she hasn't said it. Mirror mode. That's what you wanted! For some weird reason. Like, I could see you being like okay about it, but you were like, oh, mirror mode, better play mirror mode. I'm happy. Ah, that was a happy eye. Never tell. Online being what it is. And somehow boosted into second place, which is in itself impressive. It's mirrorlicious. It really is mirrorlicious. Ah, it's good to see you back in the Nintendo online sphere. I would ask you to play Smash Brothers, but I know that's not your jam. Mirror mode Baby Park. Because why not? Only for Pokemon. I do enjoy Kart being fun at times. Yeah, Pokemon's pretty good too. One time I had considered getting Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee just because it looks so much like the classic games. Like literally just the same game, but in like a 3D look. So Rem, do you think the rumors are true that Nintendo's planning a Switch remaster of the original Metroid Prime? I would be all for that, obviously. Ow. Ooh. Ooh. Sure, but yeah, I don't know how true it was. Like, it wasn't like anything substantial, but it was like somebody, you know, within Nintendo might have mentioned a Switch remaster, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I would absolutely play the fuck. I mean, I love Metroid Prime. I love my original, but still. The only first-person shooter I've ever beaten, I mean, that was like a significant length. Like, it was a full single-player campaign with everything. I forget how long it takes to beat that game, but I beat it. I played a lot of it. And I would absolutely play it again. Like, easily my favorite shooter of all time. One of my favorite games of all time, but, like, definitely my favorite shooter. Like, the aiming was so great. You had all these like great different weapons, obviously inspired by the Metroid series. Even they had the Morph Ball in there. The fact that they got all the Metroid abilities, or pretty much all of them, other than the Screw Attack, they got them all in there in a first-person shooter. That was pretty freaking impressive. And it was even like some of the Metroid-type platforming, obviously not as much, but it was like still. I mean, it's a 3D Metroid game as far as I'm concerned. It was really freaking good. 2, I didn't really like that much. I didn't hate it. It had the same aiming system, but I don't know. I just didn't like. There was nothing technically wrong with it. I just didn't like it. I don't know. And then 3 I liked, and now that I haven't played it in a while, I'd be interested in revisiting to see if I liked it as much. When I first got 3, I really liked it, being Metroid Prime 3, because there's like so many big hype moments. But that's actually kind of what takes away from it for me, because the original Metroid Prime was like about, yeah, there were some big moments, but I think it captured the exploration of Metroid better, kind of like Metroid Dread did. I think the original Metroid Prime had you like more in awe than like, oh, it's a big fight. Whereas like Metroid Prime 3, it was just like a lot of action. It was almost more like Doom. It was like, you know, enemies everywhere, big boss battles. Like, it was cool, but like it didn't feel like Metroid. It felt a little more shootery. Like, it was still good. I also never beat it. Like I said, the first one's the only one I've ever beaten. The first one, you know, still had those big boss battles, but they were also like filled with like exploration in between, which I know it's weird because I usually hate exploration. Like, Metroid's the one game I do it. Like, I explore for hours and get lost. I'm so sick of this race. Oh well, I picked this stupid course. Oh, Metroid Prime is great. I think you might actually like Metroid Prime because it's exploration and it's a first-person shooter, which I know sounds kind of weird, but it's actually they pull it off really well in my opinion. Oh, you're right. It is a remaster of the, yeah, it even says it right in it. It's like, shinier pearl, we made it brighter. That's the thing. When is Nintendo, and maybe they did already and I just missed it, when are they going to make like an actual legit new Pokemon game, like from the ground up, and not just like a remake of an old one or add some new Pokemon to an old one? Like, I mean, I'm not saying they don't make enough Pokemon games, because they make a lot of them, but it does seem like we're kind of just retreading at this point. They're pretty much going to catch up to their main series now. They're going to be like, well, we remastered all the old ones, and then we're going to remaster the one from, like, last year. See, that's what I mean. I might have just not paid it. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sword and Shield was a new one. It just didn't feel like a new one. It just looked like X and Y, which, I don't know. They all kind of look the same, to be honest. I guess what I want, and maybe Sword and Shield was this, I want like a full 3D Pokemon game. Like one where you actually walk around in 3D. Like there's like certain series that just never go to 3D. I know, I'm like this retro purist, but I have no problem with series going to 3D. That's why I'm so excited for the new Kirby game, because it's actually 3D Kirby, which is something we haven't seen since the N64, and even then it was kind of 2D-like. But the new Kirby game, like Forgotten Land or whatever it is, that looks amazing. Because it's still Kirby, but he's like in this giant, fully realized 3D world. Like, I have no problem with that. I mean, assuming it's done well, but it's like Nintendo's so reluctant to get out of 2D with certain franchises. Which, I mean, yeah, the games are still good. I mean, Metroid Dread was great. That's a 2D game, but like, I also wouldn't have cared if Metroid Dread was in 3D. They probably still could have done it. Or at least been 3D in parts, because there were definitely some parts of Metroid Dread where I'm like, okay, you just showed the camera in 3D, and it looked like it would have been, like, fun to play as for, like, a minute. Like, they could have kept it 2D, except for some boss battles or something. I don't know. That's kind of what Metroid M tried to do, Metroid Other M, but didn't turn out that great, but the idea was a good one, which is Metroid M was kind of like 2.5D. It had some moments where you could go into first-person mode, like the shooter games, and, like, actually, it could have worked, but it just was a lazy game in general. I didn't like it. There wasn't a lot of exploration. It wasn't linear, but it also wasn't like the Metroid I'm used to. Which I might revisit that game at some point. I actually found it in my drawer the other day. I'm like, I can't believe I still have this piece of crap. No, I'm just glad to see Nintendo is at least trying with Metroid, because for a long time they completely forgot about that series. So not only did they put out a new game, they're talking about re-releasing the old game. And Metroid Prime 4 could be coming out in a few years, which would be amazing. Like, they've already announced there's going to be a Metroid Prime 4, but there's no solid release date. I'm hoping Prime 4 would be like a combination of the first one and the third one, where they have some big moments, but it's also, more subdued in the beginning. That's what made Dread so much fun, is it didn't just put all the cool stuff at the very end, like, or in the very beginning. Like, it was just really well balanced, like, very well paced. And of course, the ending was the best part, but still, well, the entire game is fantastic, I think. It might have gotten a little predictable toward the end, but almost every Metroid game does. Not really one that does anything that much different. Ooh, that was close. That was a good finish. I needed that. I needed that for my confidence. I was definitely getting rattled there. I hate Mario. You're up by 10 points in the standings, and you lost by like 1 second. I think you're doing fine. You're definitely closing that gap. What was I ahead, like 97 to 53 to begin, or whatever? I think this is the last course. Well, I mean, yeah, that obviously would help. I don't know. I think they could make... I mean, Metroid Dread looked really good. If they could make that into 3D, which I don't see why they couldn't, I mean, I would take that. It doesn't have to be, super cyberpunk looking good. Just acceptably good. Like, the Kirby 3D game looks, like a Kirby game would, but in 3D, like, baby steps, Then we can go to a super realistic one, but let's at least get it out of 2D first. I like 2D, too. Pretty bad when I'm saying I don't want any more 2D. Like, we've been playing, like, 20, 30 years in some cases of 2D games of one character. Like, it's okay to try, even if it's not great. Try to put a 3D one. Especially with Pokemon. There's been so many Pokemon games. And, I understood it on Game Boy. I understood it on some of the other consoles. But, like, even, like, GameCube. I'm like, they can't make a 3D Pokemon game on GameCube? Like, that's a 3D console. They made freaking Metroid Prime on it. I mean, even, like, some of the later handhelds, like the DS and the 3DS had fully 3D games. Mario 3D Land, stuff like that. Like, it could be done. I'm not going to win this race, and I'm definitely not going to win the Grand Prix. I'll make it interesting. Instead of turning to the right, we're turning to the left. Ah, that was great. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't invest a lot in hardware, which I guess I kind of understand it, to be honest. Because they're going to sell millions of units anyway, why are they going to spend more on the hardware? And then they'd have to charge more, which means they probably wouldn't sell as many. Like if they're selling what they're selling now with the Switch at what, $250, $300, like if they had to make a more high def one that was like $400 or $500 like the PlayStation 5, like the same people that are looking for that kind of gaming console would just be like, well, I'm not going to buy that. I'll just get the PS5 for an extra $50 or whatever, and I'll have a console that's more in tune with what I want, because a lot of Nintendo fans aren't really into that, so they would probably lose more sales making a more advanced console because of the added price than they would gain from people who might consider switching to Nintendo. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like Nintendo does it because they can. Because, I mean, if their sales started slipping, then they'd be like, oh yeah, let's upgrade the system, but their sales aren't slipping. Alright, well done, well done. As usual, a worthy adversary. Well played indeed. They're missing out on a ton of games again. Yeah, no, I get that. For third parties, it sucks, especially for people who want to play those third-party games, like Cyberpunk, like, you know, other games that aren't going to run on it, and they're not even worth trying because they'd have to make a weak port of it. They don't want that either. So, oh yeah, that was fun. What do I say for, like, thank you or whatever? Shush. That was good. I appreciate that. I did need a good stream. Not that it's been a bad week, as I mentioned. It's been a pretty good week, but take care, Bex. Thanks for playing / watching, because you were technically a viewer while you played. So that was good. As always, check your calendar, because next Wednesday we got Retro 41, the season finale. Until then, and until the next stream. Yeah, kind of Sorgan. I think that's right. Go fly a dragon or something. We will see you all in the next stream. Stay chaotic and blur out. I almost forgot my own catchphrase.